Hello, I hope you're doing great. Today, we are going to talk about one of the many ways in which you can optimize your YouTube SEO using Microsoft technologies. Now, before we continue, please remember to fund the channel by becoming a GitHub sponsor. You can select a one-time sponsorship or a monthly tier where you get access to some repositories depending on the tier. Okay, now let's go to Azure. So this is my current um, resource group where I have a set of different resources. So you will see that I have things like a couple of logic apps, a media service, right? Some API connections. We have some storage accounts, and we have an Azure Video Indexer account in here or service. Now, Azure Video Indexer is a service offered by Azure which allows us to analyze our videos and automatically create the transcripts in multiple languages, as well as identifying the speakers and the keywords for that video, right? So it will basically analyze the transcript and give us a couple of hints on what the video is about, right? So you can use those keywords, right? Now, logic apps are basically workflow-based applications that we can set up to do things pretty much whatever we want, right? And we have a couple of logic apps in here. So this is our first logic app. This logic app has the purpose of sending a video to be indexed. So you will see that it's basically executed on a post request, and we are saying that that post request will have this schema. It will come with an email, a file name, and a video public URL. The video public URL is the location of the video we want to analyze or to send to Azure Video Indexer to be analyzed, right? The file name is the name we are going to put to the video, and the email is the email we want to receive notifications. So we use an HTTP action. This is a post action, and one of the things that we have to do first is we need to get an access token, right, from Azure Video Indexer APIs. So you do that by using, this is an Azure Video Indexer ARM account. So you have to authenticate this way, right? This is the URL. You see that we are passing the subscription ID, the resource group name, and the account name, which are all from parameters. The permission type we are requesting is contributor, and the scope is account. Now, these are managed identity-based logic apps, right? And that's a configuration we need to do in order to authenticate through these services, right? So you see that we are invoking these APIs, and I don't have to pass the API key to Azure Video Indexer, and here I'm just pretty much authenticating through Azure ARM, right? Then I'll use the upload video and index action from the Azure Video Indexer, right? And we pass the location. We can use a parameter. We'll just set the one in here. We pass the account ID, which comes from parameter. We pass the access token, and the access token is basically the access token received in the body of the previous action, right? Then we pass the file name that we receive as in the body of the JSON payload, right? From the first, when this logic app was requested, we pass the video public URL, right? We um, pass the callback URL, which is set as a parameter, right? And we pass the metadata to this, right? Now, why we are using this? So when you are using Azure Video Indexer APIs, one of the things that you can do is set a callback URL. That URL will be invoked after the indexing process has been finished, right? So it will invoke that URL and you can continue processing somehow, right? For example, one of the things that we are doing in here is we are passing the URL of another logic app, right? So when this logic app finishes, well, actually, when Azure Video Indexer finishes processing the video, it will invoke this callback URL and the other logic app will execute, right? And then we pass the email in the metadata, right? So we are using this, we are setting this email in the metadata because we want to also pass that information to the other logic apps. And the only way we can add additional values is by using the metadata through the Video Indexer APIs, right? And then we just use the response in here, right? So this logic app will finish executing quickly, and the video will be indexed. It can take a couple of minutes, up to an hour. Sometimes I believe maybe more, depending on how long the video is, right? Now, we will go back to the other logic app, which is in here. And this is the logic app that will be executed based on the callback URL. Okay, so let's see. So this URL is going to be, or this logic app is going to be executed, right? So it will be deposed. It doesn't have a payload, but there is something to mention. When Azure Video Indexer invokes the callback URL, it will add a couple of additional parameters in the query string. It will add a parameter named ID, which is the video ID, and it will add a parameter named state, which is the actual state of the video. The parameter state, when the video has been processed, it will have the value of processed. So here we are initializing a couple of variables in Azure Logic App, right, in the workflow. So basically to our video ID variable, we are passing the value of the ID that is in the query string of the request for the Logic App. We are doing the same with the state variable, right? And we are initializing another variable. This time its name is message content. Now, again, we need to authenticate, right, to be able to get an access token for our Azure Video Indexer, right? So then we execute the search videos action. Now, there are a couple of actions to retrieve the information of the Azure videos. There is one to get the video based on the ID, and there is this one, which is the search videos, right? The one using the get video ID will return only one result, and this search will actually return as many videos as many videos are found based on the search criteria. We are passing here the video ID. It will still return an array of videos, but in this time, since we are passing the video ID, it will only return one. Now, the reason we are doing this way is because the get video by ID action does not return the video metadata property that we actually need. The search instead, it does return the metadata, right? So here we just set it for language to English and language to English, right? All of this can be set as parameter too, right? And you can also leave, in this case, you can leave this blank, right? And you can leave this blank too. Okay, now we are iterating through the results, right? And we are parsing the JSON of the results metadata property for each of the result items, right? A couple of things that we want to do in here too is we want to get the BTT English captions. It's basically the captions in the BTT format. And we also want to get the captions in the TXT format, right? The BTT format has the time, and that's a format that you can use in your YouTube videos so that the transcripts or the subtitles show where they should be shown in the specific time where they should be shown. So it actually matches the audio. And the TXT description, we are getting it to get a simple text based on the transcript, right? So then one other thing what we are doing is we are using the Azure Open API to get an optimized description, title, and tags based on our TXT transcript. So you can see that down here, we are passing the content, the message, right, for the system. We are giving it the role and what it needs to do. So we are going to tell it, you will take the role of a YouTube SEO expert. I will give you a TXT transcript for my video. Your job is to give me a SEO optimized description, pay optimized title, and optimized tags. Your answer must be in JSON format. Optimized description, optimized title, optimized tags, optimized tags. We pass the role system, and then we pass role user, and the content will be the list of extracted captions in the TXT format, right? Now we parse that message. We set the structure of that message, right? And then we are going to iterate through all of those choices, and we are going to set the message content variable value based on the content, right? Now in here, we are iterating through all of the choices, even if we have multiple, and we should not have multiple in this specific case because we are immediately asking for the um, response, right? And we could actually, instead of doing this for each, we could probably use dynamic expression and immediately set the variable accessing the array directly, right? But in this case, we wanted to do that and just it will iterate through all of the choices and will keep the latest value of all the latest content found. Since it only found one, it will uh, have that value we care about, right? Then we are going to parse the message content. The message content it's going to have this format because this is the way we specified it, right? Optimize description, optimize tags, and optimize title. Then what we are going to do is we are going to send an email, and the email will have this body, right? We are going to pass the optimized title from the parse message content, the optimized tags too, right? We pass the subject, right? We send it to this email, right? Which is the one that we received from the metadata, basically, right? Now we are going to add a couple of attachments, right? So we are going to add the BTT file, right? Which is this one, is basically the body of the result for that action. We are going to pass the TXT um, captions, and we are going to pass the optimized description also as a file, right? And then the logic app finishes. So that's one way in which you can use um, Azure services to optimize your YouTube description. So as you can see, we are using that transcription generated from Azure Video Indexer. We are passing the transcription to Azure Open AI service, right? And we are asking the Azure Open AI service to use that transcription to give us the optimized SEO optimized information that we can later use in YouTube to change our title or description and the respective or relevant tags based on the text. So that will automatically or that will help a lot improving our SEO or the discovery of our videos, right? Now, there is something that you actually may want to do eventually, right? And that is to improve or frequently improve your Azure Video Indexer transcripts, right? Depending on your accent and the terminology that you are using, it may not completely understand what you are saying, and you will have to manually edit certain things. For example, I am not an English native speaker, right? And things like Blazor, it actually understood it as Blazor. So instead of Blacor, it actually spelled it Blazer. So it understood Blazor instead of Blazor, right? So that those are things that I should go and change them in my Azure Video Indexer account, right? And that will actually keep improving the Azure Video Indexer transcription model, right? So the more we fix that and train that model, the less chances that it will have the same error in the future, right? But of course, this is one way in which you can do it, right? And then, even if you do a lot of the process automatically, it is vital that you always check the description and the titles and you use them as a base, right? Because there are things that you may need to fix and there are things that it may not make sense for your specific scenario, right? But it can give you a lot of insights on the best ways to name your videos and the best ways to improve your title. Also, you can add, when you are using Azure Open AI, you can do things like ask the description in a certain style, right? Funny style, right? A serious style, right? It depends on your mode of your channel, right? You can continue improving the way in where you are sending your prompt, right, to improve how or to adapt the results to your specific channel needs, right? I hope this video has been useful. Thank you very much and have a great day.